Once upon a time, there was a boat named Billy and a dog named Dave, whose favorite thing was to play and swim around with their other boat and dog friends. One day, a mysterious mist came down and made all of their other dog friends and boat friends disappear. As they were sitting there deciding what to do, a magical crane flew down and told them that they were the ones chosen to go to the land of the people and asked them to use their magical hands to bring their boat and dog friends back. Hey everyone, Miss Judith here with OpenMinds Education, bringing you another fun activity for you to try. Today we're going to be making these friends: Billy the boat, Dave the dog, and the magical crane. Now, Billy and Dave have been asked to go on a mission to get your help to use your magical hands to bring their boat and dog friends back since they've disappeared. We're going to be doing this by using the Japanese art of paper folding called origami. Now, when paper was introduced to Japan in the 6th century, it was very expensive, and so origami was often reserved for formal ceremonies. Now, as origami became more popular and paper became less expensive, it was started being used as gifts or educational tools. Now, before I teach you how to make these awesome friends, I just want to give a big shout out to all the essential workers still working hard to make sure that we can stay home and that we stay safe. Thank you for all that you do. Today we're going to be making 3 different origami shapes. Because of that, you're going to need 3 square pieces of paper. Now, I recommend using origami paper or drawing paper as it is thin and easier to use. I tried using construction paper, but it was hard to fold. I also recommend decorating it before you create your shape, as it will be a little bit trickier to decorate later. I'm going to be using white paper so you can see all the different lines. Now, if you only have rectangular paper, this is how you make it into a square. Flip your paper horizontally. Take the top corner and pull it down, and making sure that the lines match up, as do the corners, and fold. Then you cut the extra paper off. We're going to start by making Billy the boat. Take your piece of paper and fold it hamburger style by taking the bottom and meeting it up to the top. Try to get your edges to match as best as they can and that your folds are extra crisp. Then you're going to flip it and fold it again, the bottom meeting the top. Make sure that the close point is facing away from you and the 4 open layers are facing towards you. Grab the top layer and pull it towards the top tip. Again, making sure that your folds are very crisp. Flip it over and do the same thing to the remaining layer. Flip that triangle over so that it is standing up. Find the opening to your shape that looks like a hat and start pulling the top towards the bottom, making sure that everything lines up. Again, make sure that your folds are very, very crisp. Now you're going to stand it up like this and start gently pulling the layers open. As you do that, a boat shape should start forming. I recommend folding it in half and then opening it up again. And voila, you have Billy the boat. The next creature we're going to do is Dave the dog. Again, you're going to need to start with a square piece of paper. You're going to start by flipping the paper so it looks like a diamond. Take the bottom and pull it up to the top, making a big triangle. Open it back up. Turn the paper 45 degrees so the second tip is at the top, and do the same thing, bottom to top. You should have a plus sign down the middle of your paper. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom and knead it to the center, creating a smaller triangle. You're going to do this to all 4 sides. You should now have a square made up of 4 different triangles. Open up the left triangle. Take the tip and meet it to this line, the center. Like that. Fold it back in. Take the right triangle and you're going to take the tip and it's going to end up over here. You're going to fold it about 1/4 of an inch. Fold the paper back. Should look like that, with this pointing back that way. Then you're going to fold everything in half. Make sure everything's matching. Mine's not quite matching, and that might create a problem later. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to open the top and take your triangle out. Looking like this. You're going to take this corner and you're going to bend the paper so that these are now lined up together, like so. Take that corner and this corner. Make sure it's lined up. Close your triangle back up. Flip it over. Do the same thing. Open it, take your triangle out, and you're gonna match the shape on the bottom. This is what it should look like now. You're going to flip it open so that the feet are on top. You should be able to open up roll and find a pocket that you pop up and bend. The last step is to put a nose using any color and an eye. And ta-da! You have Dave the dog. The last shape I'm going to teach you is the magical crane. Again, we're going to start with a square piece of paper. Start by taking the bottom and folding it up to the top, like we did when we were making Billy the boat. Open it back up. Now take the right side to meet the left side. You should now have a plus on your paper. Flip it to where it looks like a diamond. Take the bottom and meet the top, creating that big triangle we saw when we were making Dave the dog. Open it back up. Flip 45 degrees, new tip. Again, take the bottom and meet the top. Open it back up. You should now have a snowflake pattern. Flip it over. You're going to take your fingers and put 2 underneath. Using your thumbs and your index finger, you're going to start pushing the paper together. Now using this finger, you're going to dip it in, and same with this side, dip it in. That way they start combining and you're able to fold it into a diamond. The close part of the diamond, the tip, should be facing away from you, while the open should be facing towards you. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take this line and meet it to match the middle, just the first top layer. Same thing on the left. Flip it over and repeat. This line meets the center. This line meets the center. Take the triangle and flip it to the back. fold it to the back. You should have a triangle like this. You're going to open the flaps, open it, and flatten it out to make a flat looking type boat. It should look something like this. Flip it over and do the same thing. You should have a diamond with a rip in the middle and some legs. You're going to take this line and again fold it to meet the middle, just the top layer. This line is now going to meet the middle, top layer. Flip it over. It should look like this. Flip it over and do the same thing. You should now have something that looks like this. On the side where the legs are, you're going to want to flip it to its side, open it up, and take one of the legs and push it into the middle, closing it back up as you go. Same thing to the other side. Open it up and flip it into the middle and close it up. These are going to serve as your wings, so you can bend those down. Now you're going to need to choose which one is the head and which one is the tail. I usually go for the one that's shorter. It looks like it's going to be this one. You're going to take the very top, flip it down, and squish like that. And ta-da! You have your magical crane. Hopefully with the help of your magic hands, you'll be able to bring Billy and Dave's friends back home. And I can't wait to see what adventures they go on next. Hope you had a fun time watching. See you next time!